You are turning in 10 minutes of BPTV News, the accurate English bulletin of Bình Phước television station and newspaper. I'm the one with the top story for today. Institute of Innovative Management launches Bình Phước chapter. Nutrition program for poor and disabled children. Prime Minister suggests proper review of healthcare system and supplies. About $10 billion mobilized for COVID-19 combat. The Institute of Innovative Management has launched a branch in Bình Phước Province. The branch is located at Nguyễn Chánh Street in Tân Phú Ward, Đồng Xoài City. Its activities include scientific research and the implementation of projects in the field of education and training, languages, sustainable development, digital technology, the environment, economics, and innovation-oriented management. The branch will also be active in the field of science and technology services, such as scientific consulting and criticism, technology transfer, assessment and accreditation in education and training, organizing conferences and seminars, and compiling documents, among others. Director of the Bình Phước Department of Science and Technology, Bùi Thị Minh Thúy, expressed a hope that the branch will have effective and practical scientific and technological programs and conducts associated with Bình Phước development requirements. She also urged the province to introduce policies to effectively coordinate with the province scientific and technological resources to contribute to promoting socio-economic development and making the province an investment destination in 2030. The Bình Phước Red Cross Association has coordinated with the Provincial Border Guard Command, the Vietnamese Talent Development Fund, the Nutifood to organize the Nutrition for Poor and Disabled Children program in Hớn Quản and Lộc Ninh District and Bình Long Town.
The organizing board presented 600 boxes of Nutifood nutritious milk powder to poor students, disadvantaged children, children with disabilities, ethnic minority households, policy beneficiaries, and families with meritorious service to the revolution in Bình Long Town and Hớn Quản and Lộc Ninh districts. The program aims to provide nutritional support to poor and disabled children, contributing to the implementation of the province's social security policy and spreading a spirit of Red Cross for everyone, everywhere. The delegation also donated 200 cartons of coffee and milk to soldiers training in the Mobile Training Battalion at the Border Guard Bình Phước Province. The total value of gifts in the program was $540 million.
The Women's Union of Bình Phước Province, in cooperation with the Ho Chi Minh City Children's Rights Protection Lawyer Association, have held a program to raise student awareness about school violence and child abuse in Đồng Xoài City.
The program attracted the participation of nearly 3,000 students from Tân Phú Secondary School and Nguyễn Du High School. Members of the association equipped students with knowledge about the child law, children's rights and obligations, the causes of school violence, and solutions and principles to protect children from violence, and how to prevent the sexual abuse of school-age children. The students discussed and exchanged knowledge about the regulations and principles to protect minors, solutions to prevent school violence, and ways to deal with sexual abuse. The association also awarded 5 scholarships to disadvantaged but hardworking students with good academic performance.
Now, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính paid a sudden visit to several hospitals in Hanoi on April 11th to inspect their procurement and management of medical equipment.
The Prime Minister visited the Bạch Mai Hospital, the Vietnam National Children's Hospital, and the National Hospital for Tropical Diseases in the Nguyen District, Hanoi, on the day. He suggested the Ministry of Health assign capable medical facilities to build medicine centers in 6 socio-economic regions nationwide, which will serve others when needed. It was also suggested that the Ministry of Planning and Investments and the Ministry of Finance coordinate to study and issue guidelines or propose the government adopt suitable documents on the adequate calculation of medical service costs. Efforts are needed to complete the public-private partnership mechanism in the investment of medical equipment and infrastructure, the government leader said, stressing the need to prevent corruption and negative phenomena in this regard. Representatives from the medical facilities said Over the past time, obstacles to medical procurement and medical equipment management have been gradually handled, helping ensure drugs and medical supplies.
The National Assembly Standing Committee concluded a 22nd session on April 11th. On the last day of the session, the National Assembly Supervisory Delegation reported that more than $10 billion has been mobilized to directly serve the COVID-19 prevention and control as of December 31st, 2022. Of the mobilized sum, over $8 billion came from the state budget and rest from donation, mainly vaccines, and sponsorship sources. The management use and payment for resources mobilized for the COVID-19 combat were basically carried out in line with regulations. Pointing out certain problems and shortcomings, the supervisory delegation asked the relevant quarters to draft some new law, such as one on disease prevention or another on the state of emergency, or propose revisions to existing ones like the Ordinance on the Emergencies and the Health Insurance Law. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has asked ministry agencies and locality to drastically instruct the removal of obstacles to major projects, while stepping up inspections to handle limitations in production, business, construction, investment, and trade. In a dispatch sent to a leader of ministry, agencies, cities, and provinces, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính pointed out that amid global geopolitical and economic uncertainties, Vietnam will face a host of challenges, especially in business, construction, investment, and trade. He stressed the need to maintain and boost economic engines like investment, export, import, and consumption. The Prime Minister will assign government members and representatives from ministry and agencies to hold working sessions with localities over business, production, construction, investment, and trade. According to the dispatch, the national GDP in the first quarter of this year grew 3.32% year-on-year. However, the value added in industry and construction dropped by 0.4% due to high production costs and declining orders in key industrial sectors. Vietnamese fruit and vegetable export during the first quarter of this year brought in $935 million, marking an increase of nearly 10.6% year-on-year.
According to the Vietnam Fruit and Vegetables Association, the export of the products to China edged up 23% in the reviewed period to reach nearly $560 million in value, accounting for 60% of the country's total export value of the products. The surge can mainly be attributed to China's reopening in early January, its increasing importation of fruits and vegetables from the Vietnamese market, and the efforts of local exporters of maintaining orders with partners in the United States, the EU, and Japan. With positive results recorded in early 2023, the export of fruits and vegetables is anticipated to raise the sector's total export turnover to about $4 billion this year, an annual rise of 20%.
According to Hanoi Railway Company Limited, the Gatling Hado metro line served more than 2.65 million passengers in the first quarter of this year, skyrocketing 262% year-on-year. The Gatling Hado metro line has received warm response from the public, with many passengers switching from personal vehicles to public transport, contributing to changing people's travel habits and gradually building a culture of using civilized, safe, and friendly public transport. Currently, there are 10,000 commuters using monthly passes. On average, the route transports over 32,000 passengers per weekday and around 28,000 riders during a weekend. The line started running in November 2021. It was officially inaugurated on January 13, 2022, also the day it marked the 1 millionth passenger. That is the last piece of our daily news. You can rewatch BPTV News in our mobile app BPTV Go or visit our website and YouTube channel. Now, thanks so much for tuning in, and we hope to see you more in a later bulletin. Goodbye.